are back, and I've got another special guest, and I'm really excited for this one because I don't know a lot about what you're fixing to tell me. So I'm that's the whole point of these little shows and stuff, is to not only support different events, but to learn what we don't know and become familiar with these things. So would you please introduce yourself to our viewers if you don't mind?
Sure. My name is Brenda Talley, and I'm the Artistic Director of Victoria Ballet Theater. Victoria Ballet Theater is a nonprofit fine arts organization in Victoria, founded in 1984.
Jeez.
So we just completed our 35th season, and we're actually about to start this week of our 35th Nutcracker in Victoria.
That's exciting, and I totally want to get to this event and really discuss it. But for somebody like myself, you know, as I told you earlier, I do a little bit of acting on the side and stuff like that. I've been in several Theater Victoria shows, which they do a great job, and they're a huge asset to our community. But I am ignorant to the Victoria Ballet Theater side of things.
Sure.
I actually reached out to the theater to ask him about it, and he's like, nope, wrong place. You know, he's like, they'll appreciate it, but wrong place. And so, what the heck is the ballet theater? Like, what's going on with all this?
Well, I can kind of break what we do down into what I consider 3 different components, right?
Sounds good to me.
The first one's the obvious one. It's the performances we put on. We do a 3-show season. We have a fall show with what we, in the dance world, call a mixed rep.
Okay.
So it's like what we call concert dance pieces. The pieces are about 10 minutes long, and they're different choreographers, different dancers, different costumes, different themes, every piece.
Wow.
From contemporary and modern dance to classical ballet.
Gotcha.
The Nutcracker we do in December every year. It is a full-length ballet. It is a Christmas tradition across the country. It's a very American thing to go see the Nutcracker at Christmas.
What is, when you say it is full-blown ballet,
like a full-length ballet, so it's in multiple acts, like a play, and it's one story the whole way through.
Gotcha.
With different scenes, like a play. Whereas, like our fall show, our mixed rep, is like if you went and watched someone do a bunch of different monologues or scenes that are not related.
Now, as compared to, say, like a theater musical, for example, I know that it's, you know, there's dialogue in between. Are these purely musical, or
all
are they
music and dance?
Okay.
Now in the fall, what we have, like I said, our mixed rep, we have some more experimental choreography. Sometimes there's text used. Sometimes, like this year, I did a piece with art projections. So that's our more avant-garde show.
Gotcha.
And I think it's a great show for people who are new to concert dance. Because you can find out what you like. Some people find they really like the classical stuff, which we do. Or this year we had a friend of mine come in, set more of a theater jazz piece. She's a Broadway person. She said, now our girls aren't singing, but they're doing that style of dance.
Gotcha.
And then in the spring we do a full-length ballet as well, but not the Nutcracker, something different every year. Last year we did Swan Lake. It's a ballet in 3 acts. This year we do Cinderella, which is a 4-act ballet, and it's comedy and it's romance, and
so these
fun.
would probably get me some huge brownie points with my wife if
Definitely.
I wanted to just totally just wow her.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so too, because I don't think she would expect that out of me,
No,
to be honest
it's so
with
new.
you.
And that's a great Valentine's gift.
Ruin the secret,
it's a great Valentine's gift, those tickets to the spring ballet. But we do the performances. That's one branch of what we do. The second thing we do, of course, is training. We have a base company of dancers ages 9 to 18. We have some what we call artists in residence in their 20s. And those are dancers that we are working on training to have, if they want to continue on a career in dance or to dance in college. We have a lot of kids that continue to dance in college, or just to do these ballets that we do. When we do these works, we bring in professional choreographers from all over the country. So we do a lot of training with those kids and giving them those opportunities to work with other people. And the third thing that we do that not a lot of people know about, but it's been growing more and more, is our outreach program. So we're really committed to bringing dance to underserved youth in our community. We partner with VISD to do that. We offer student performances of the Nutcracker, and we also have a grant to bring every 6th, 7th grader that can come for free to our fall show.
Wow.
We partner with the Boys and Girls Club. We offer dance classes year-round, free of charge. And then also with Midcoast Family Services at their summer camp for homeless youth.
Wow.
So we're trying to get everybody dancing in town.
Well, you know, I think that's great, and you touched on something with your second point there that I just think is a really cool deal, because when I was young, I did community theater, and then through high school, I did 1-act play and all that kind of stuff. But then when I got ready to graduate, my guidance counselor said, "What do you want to do when you grow up?" And I said, "I want to be an actor." And she said, "Well, that's not realistic. What else do you want to do?" You know, and that kind of sucked. And so I went on, I did the military thing, and I did all that. it wasn't until later in life that I realized that, hey, I could be an actor.
Yeah.
And it was about 4 or 5 years ago I started acting again,
Right.
and went and started doing commercials in San Antonio,
Right.
Austin. But the point of that is I could have been doing this
All
20
along.
years ago.
I know.
And so I like the fact that you guys build them up to let them know, like, if you want to pursue
Yeah.
this, you can. I mean, it's a job and it's work like anything
It
else,
is.
and you got to grind, but it's possible. And I always uplift people now that tell them when they're like, what do you mean you do acting? Like, you live in Victoria. What? Well, you can still act, and
Yeah.
there's all these avenues out there, and you have these great programs or these great groups like Victoria Ballet Theater that will prepare you for
Right.
that. And right here in Victoria, you can get some exceptional training that will, prepare you to do these things after high school and later in life, or even just like myself, where it's a hobby,
Right.
and real estate pays the bills, but I love to act.
Well, and a lot of that's education, educating the kids and giving them the tools, but then educating parents and guidance counselors and community members to know, like, this is a valid way to live your life.
Absolutely.
But also there's college programs and there's tons of job opportunity. I mean, I have 2 arts degrees, and I've never not had a job
Yes,
or
ma'am.
paid the bills,
Yes, ma'am.
But we all find our creativity in different ways. Some people find it in medicine and law, and some people find it on stage.
And people
So-
don't realize the amount of work that goes into
Yes.
these shows. It's not you just show up on stage,
No,
do a little
it's a lot
dance,
of
and wave,
process.
and bow to the audience. It's work and
They're athletes for
rehearsals,
sure.
absolutely,
Yeah.
and there's memorization and
Right.
all this stuff. And so if anybody thinks it's just something where you show
Yeah.
up and you look that good on stage, it's not how it works. There's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears that go into it. But
Well,
it's,
another thing we do that's really fun is we have started developing our own young choreographers.
Mm-hmm.
So dancers that maybe might not have a career on stage as a dancer, but as a choreographer.
Mm-hmm.
And we train them, and we have workshops for them to develop new work. And some of those new works we produce in our fall show.
Gotcha.
So you'll also see work by young artists.
Gotcha. So somebody like myself that has no rhythm, 2 left feet, and is overly white, can you work with that?
Of
Can you?
course.
Okay.
Everyone can dance.
Gotcha. Are you-
Everyone can dance. Everyone can
even
dance.
me.
Anyone.
Okay.
Anyone.
All right.
Definitely.
All right. You haven't seen me yet, but I'm gonna take you with that.
We have 178 community members in this production of the Nutcracker this year. So those are community members that are not necessarily in the studio every day. Just people from ages 3 to unending amounts of numbers.
And they're doing it.
And they're dancing on
Hey,
stage.
that's
Yeah, it's
outstanding.
great.
That's outstanding. Well, let's talk about this Nutcracker. This is so you can see the picture here. This is one of you all's big events, and so tell me about it. Tell me about it real quick.
Okay, the Nutcracker starts this Thursday.
Okay.
It's December 12th through 15th at the Leo J. Welder Center in beautiful downtown Victoria. We have evening performances Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, matinee Saturday and Sunday. Right now, we're sold out.
Amazing.
But
Congratulations.
we're really excited. It's the first time it's happened this fast.
That's awesome. I
But,
wish I could say it's because of this show, but dang it.
I know, but if the tickets do become available, as they sometimes do, we will let the public know that through our Facebook and social media and Instagram.
Great.
So I encourage people to get out there and follow us so they can keep up with that if they're
What is your
interested.
Facebook page?
Our Facebook is just Victoria Ballet Theater.
Wonderful.
Our Instagram
I
is
always have to think about my Instagram.
at Victoria Ballet 1.
There you go. Well
Yes,
done. Well done.
yes.
Who are these special guests?
Oh yes, we have special guest artists from the Houston Ballet. Ian Cassidy and Allison Miller, they're principals. If you go see Houston Ballet's Nutcracker, you'll see them in the lead roles.
Wow.
But you can come see them in the lead roles at our Nutcracker.
Do they need me to show them any moves or anything to get this
I mean,
down?
you're
Or
welcome
do
to come
you
try.
think they got it
Ian's
probably
very
figured out?
open to learning new things.
Okay, I mean, I
They're
feel like I
really
could probably
friendly.
teach them a thing or two, or no, I'm kidding.
And they love coming to Victoria.
Good.
Which is
Well,
great. They're fans
we
of the
certainly
town.
appreciate them. Is there anything I'm forgetting? Anything that you want to touch on real quick before we wrap this little session? And again, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for educating me on this. I
Yeah.
think this is a really cool deal, and I appreciate all the community involvement, and especially
Thanks.
bringing in the youth.
Yeah.
Building them up to pursue their dreams is something that is powerful right now when you have a lot of people that tell them they can't do this,
Right.
or you can't do this because of that, or whatever. And
Well, providing access to kids who wouldn't normally see it. You know, when we have our school shows, our outreach shows, and even with our Boys and Girls Club program, we bring those kids to the shows. They might not otherwise have the access to see the ballet, to even know that that's an idea of
Yes,
something
ma'am.
they can do. So we love doing that. I would just tell everybody, please follow us. We have our full-length Cinderella coming in the spring, and it's a great ballet. Last time we did it, it sold sold out as well.
That's amazing.
So get your tickets and come see all the talented people in Victoria.
Perfect. Well, make sure you come back and you tell us about your other events as they
Yeah.
come up, because we'd love to support you. And again, we're very grateful for what you're doing. Thank you
Thanks
for
for having
joining
me.
us. Oh,
Yeah.
that was my pleasure. And we will be right back with another guest.